What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Numbers and Beyond. As always, my name is Will, and this is Ben. We are very excited to bring you another episode. It feels like they're few and far in between at this point, because there's so much to talk about.
There is. There's a lot to discuss.
And so little time, but we're gonna get into it. Starting off with Thursday night football, the Battle of the Unks. It was beautiful.
It was immaculate.
That might have been the best
game of the year.
I love to see everything that happened in that game. Aaron Rodgers threw the 2 picks, and it kind of killed them. But other than that, quarterback perfection. Do you understand me? And then we got Joe Flacco with the 10-yard, 11-yard run that he had.
That right there was my my favorite part of the game. I don't think anybody expected it, and I most certainly did not.
It scared me. I'm like, he's 40. Don't hit him.
I'm not going to lie. I think if I was the coach, I'd be sitting there thinking, this is going to result in a fumble. Because, well, let's be honest.
The coach had to have called it. No, Joe wouldn't have done that by himself. That's not.
He kind of looked a little classic, though. He looked kind of clean. Kind of like old school Joe right there. I'm just saying, he might have thought that up a little bit.
I don't think that was the case. Because that was.
What coach would tell a guy like Joe Flacco to just scramble and
that man could have had a 60-yard run the way he was wide open for that run. That's how bad it was.
Okay, well.
Nobody expected it.
Nobody expected it. That's why he had the opening that he did. I think that's why he took
If that was Lamar, 60-yard run.
Well, yeah,
Easily.
it was Lamar or any of that.
But Flacco was open. Flacco was wide open. If he would have broke literally one defender, he was gone.
Who covers a guy like Joe that with you don't spy, you don't need to put a spy on him. You really don't even need to worry about containment because normally he doesn't run. He's not a running quarterback. He's not fast. But last night, for one run, he was kind of fast.
That game was epic on all levels.
I think he was afraid that something was chasing him. I mean, he was being chased by demons from the past.
Aaron Rodgers threw 4 tutties in that game, sir. And
they
were all the tight ends. Pat Freiermuth had 2 touchdowns, one for 60 some odd yards, I believe.
It was a long one. I do know that. And
let's be clear, going into this game, Pat Freiermuth only had 8 catches on the year.
Yeah, he really had
8 catches on the year, and now he has multiple.
Multiple
touchdowns.
But Aaron Rodgers likes tight ends. That's one of the things that he does. He throws to tight ends a lot, and when he has one that can do, I guess, what Freiermuth can do, yeah.
Hey, I didn't see Freiermuth turn it up like that last night. Jonnu Smith had a touchdown last night. Darren Gainwell, even though he only had 2 yards last night. Parlay killer, Metro. Parlay killer.
A soul breaker.
Parlay killer. But he had a touchdown nonetheless. He definitely made an impact on defense and offense. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. The whole game was beautiful. We got...
the question is, how much icy hot did they need after that game? I got to wonder.
Oh, they probably bathed in it.
I was going to say they must have slathered it because I feel like them bones got to be hurting.
Hey, they played their hearts out, and I will love it. That game was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
I think Mike Tomlin started with that before the game when he was talking about the Browns trading Joe to Cincinnati. A little bit of animosity there, and I think he may have jinxed them on that win, to be entirely honest, because he made it seem like it was special. I don't know. There was some sort of feeling he had in that, and well, every time Joe did something well, you can almost see the look on his face of like,
yep.
Like he felt the pure animosity.
Also, speaking of parlay killers, Aaron Rodgers had 249 yards last night, sir. I needed him for 250. It's when we're talking about parlay killers, y'all could do better. All right, like y'all could at least make me think that it's never gonna happen. My parlays were so close last night; it was crazy, sir.
Rodgers is he's in vintage form. He does what he needs to do, but if you're doing something like that, you're not gonna.
Aaron Rodgers does exactly what I think he's going to do every time he does it. Even with the interceptions, I knew there was going to be at least one. I thought there was going to be one on Flacco as well, but
That was a surprise.
that was a surprise. That man
Good for
threw
him.
for 342 yards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
342 yards.
now, considering what receivers he had in Cleveland to who he has now, it makes sense. But
342, 3 tutties. I love it.
I mean, at least Jamar Chase isn't having to have more tackles than receptions or touchdowns. So
I've been on Joe Flacco's heels since they made him the starter on the Browns. I have nothing bad to say for this game. This game was definitely. I have nothing bad to say about his first start
in Cincinnati,
in Cincinnati. Yeah,
against Green Bay. Hey, when you come in
he had
week
some
one,
intros in that one, but once again, I have nothing bad to say.
he came from Cleveland where they benched him, traded him to Cincinnati. Now you got to come in, get ready to go immediately. The only upside that he had was he had already faced Green Bay and got the win, per se. But he was with a whole new team. However, he was with a much better team, and I think Joe's trying to make his way around the league at this point. So he'll be with everybody at sooner or later, I feel like. And this is another team.
Also, with Joe Flacco's game-winning night, you got to add in Chase Brown. Chase Brown ran for 108 yards. Jaylen Warren had 127, but he had more carries, 11 to 16. So Chase Brown had a heck of a night too, from somebody that wasn't getting more than 2 yards per game.
Well, look at the quarterback
2 yards
situation.
per carry.
Well, that's the quarterback situation though too. Whenever Burrow goes out, Chase Brown's production went down, and when that happened, it wasn't just because he couldn't play. It was because they were going to be in a situation, and they found themselves very quickly where they were having to pass a lot more. So when you have to pass a lot more, your touches are going to go down. And on top of that, defenses aren't quite as worried about the passing at that point, and they're going to watch for the run because they know that the running game then becomes the highlight or the focus. And Chase Brown's a good running back. It's just he needs a viable quarterback who can at least do something, and Joe Flacco has done so, and since he's came on board, I think we've seen an uptick in Chase Brown's performance. I'm not saying that it couldn't be better, but I mean, considering what they have for an O-line.
I mean, Chase Brown is Chase Brown. I was just trying to give him his props.
Yeah.
Chase Brown is still Chase Brown, and he's still got some work to do. But as last night goes, epic game, and it contributed to their win. They only won by 2 points, and that's not a slight. It's a little bit of a slight. This doesn't technically have anything to do. It's the NFL as a whole.
Okay.
There was 2 minutes and about 30 seconds left in the game when the Bengals made it down to the red zone. They ran down all of it.
Well, they had to.
I don't care. Go for the touchdown. Give back the ball. Basically, you just wasted the last 10 minutes of my life watching you run down the clock. I get it. It's a part of the game. It's about the win. What you just did was took away my entertainment. That's it. I just stopped being entertained by this game.
I get your point, and to an extent, I agree. But from a analytical standpoint, you have to have time management. You, as a coach, have to be able to know when to make those type of decisions. Yes, it may create a decline in interest at that point. People start to get up and leave.
I definitely would. I was going to get up, but I was waiting on that Hail Mary pass. That's what I was looking for. I was waiting for Aaron Rodgers to take it down the field and give it to DK. That's what I was waiting on. It's the only reason why I didn't go to sleep on that game. Because that last 2 minutes was bupkis.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, this year has been it's always kind of questionable with game-winning field goals. It's been kind of questionable this year for a lot of teams. So, who knows?
I can't say.
I kind of was wondering if just maybe, we would have another blocked field goal. But no, it didn't happen.
No, I was looking for the touchdowns. There could have been at least 2 more touchdowns in that section of time. I would have loved to see it. Stop taking away the entertainment, man. I get it. It's about the win. You wanted to win. But let's give some entertainment to the fans that came to watch it.
To be fair, though,
That stayed up to watch
it was an entertaining game. Like, and if you're the Bengals fans, you would rather see the time run out than take a chance, not get anything. I mean, look at what happened when.
But if you're just a fan of football, you would want to see those last 2 touchdowns, wouldn't you?
But what if they didn't happen?
They could have.
They could have.
At least there would have been drives. There would have been at least 2 more drives.
Well, think back when the Falcons and the Bills played, right? That first half, they ended it. They could have got the field goal one up a little further. Instead, they decided to pass it. Drake London almost made it into the end zone, but he didn't. There was more of a letdown, I think, to that.
No,
it was exciting,
Did you
but then
see
it was
that
like,
touchdown? Did you see that almost touchdown that he got?
Yes, I did, and it
was excitement. That's what we're here for.
But you want to see it turn into a touchdown. If you're the fan of the team, you want that to turn into something.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
no.
because then people were thinking
we're here to see it almost happen. Even if it doesn't happen, we'd rather see the attempt.
Field goals are still part of the game. You take it when you can. We've had some exciting field goals this year, attempts.
Exciting okay.
Hey, listen. Hey, when you got to win the game, you got to win the game.
I'm about to switch subjects.
Yeah, go ahead.
Metro, I'm about to switch subjects.
Go ahead, because he's over here trying to say, no, you got to win the game either way.
No, I'm not doing this. It doesn't even make sense. It makes absolutely no sense to go for field goals when you can get the touchdown.
When you can.
Mike can. Did you? First off, you just confused me. What is Mike can?
I don't know, man. Listen.
Okay.
You might be able to do it. But then you might not.
Okay, Metro.
Right?
How about y'all let us know under this video? Let us know. Would you rather see the touchdown or the field goal? Please.
If you know you're gonna.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Moving on to the MLB. My Dodgers are up 3-0, sir.
Mm-hmm.
My Dodgers are up 3-0 on the Brewers.
That's not even questionable at this point that this is going to be the Dodgers beating the Brewers. The Brewers have brought actually nothing.
You know what is questionable? The Mariners making it to the World Series. They were up 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
They just gave up that 2-0 lead, sir. They are now 2-2 going into Game 5.
Yeah. I still think Game 5 is going to be very, very intense. They're very high-scoring games. They're very back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to feel about it. The Blue Jays are coming back, so I don't know. I said that the Blue Jays were the likely team to make it.
I know how to feel about it. Dodgers in 5. Let's go. We got our win, sir. Who's beating us? Is it the Mariners or the Blue Jays? Who's beating us? And please explain to me why.
Honestly, probably neither.
Okay, thank you. I'll rest my
Your pitching, your offense, it's just too much, honestly.
7-game series, Dodgers in 5. There's no reason.
So they dropping one?
Yes, they're going to drop one just so they can take it home. They're going to get the win at home, like they did last year. The only reason the Yankees got a win last year out of the World Series is because the Dodgers wanted to take it home. That's it. They did not want the win at Yankee Stadium. They wanted to bring it home where it mattered. Dodger Field. Let's go.
Okay.
Dodgers in 5, sir.
In 5.
Let's talk about how, they were up 2-0, I think, going into the 6th last night. They let up a solid 6 runs after that, out of nowhere. Guerrero homered. I think that surprised everybody because he had been pretty much quiet the entire night. Came back in the 8th and 9th inning and just killed. I don't.
Clutch factor?
The clutch factor is real. Why doesn't that happen for the Mariners though? Like, I think the Mariners either go up or go out.
It's a good question, I guess. I guess though. Seattle, the thing I have with Seattle is like they almost dropped it to Detroit too. They do seem, and I think throughout the year as well, they seem to they'll get their wins, right? They're going to get wins, and they're going to get a lot of them. But they're going to drop those games that are kind of important. And so I think that is kind of one of those things where it's like the momentum shift. There's a momentum shift there, but the Mariners tend to be on the downside of those. They start off, they tend to start off hot, and they did really well. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, Toronto was scoring on them too. It was never like it was just a one-sided type of thing. Like
It kind of was.
not really though.
It kind of was. The Mariners pretty much were down. They went up 2-0 in that series for a reason.
They did for a reason, but then you see what
they
the
were pretty
Mariners are.
dominant.
But the Blue Jays kept up.
They're being dominant now, but they were bowing down to the Mariners for 2 games straight.
I don't want to say they were bowing down. They didn't go scoreless, that's for sure.
Going scoreless doesn't mean that you weren't being overpowered.
But it definitely does. If you can't put up points and your opponent puts up points, you're being shut out.
Shut out is not being the same as overpowered, sir.
It's
They
worse.
were overpowered in that game, and that's why they lost.
So then
Both of those games. But once again, the Mariners were just overpowered. Once again, the Mariners didn't go scoreless, but they lost 8-2. Is that not being overpowered?
that is being overpowered.
Okay. It's not a shutout, though. They didn't get shut out. They just
They're
didn't.
overpowered. They got beat. Yeah,
They got beat.
twice now.
Game 5 is going to be an interesting one. I'm needless to say, that's what I'm going to be watching. I'm not watching the Brewers series anymore.
There's nothing to
no
watch
reason.
because even if the Brewers win the next one, whoop-de-doo. I mean, no one's going to care. The next one's still going to – it's going to be over either way.
It's all over.
So –
And I'm here for it because Dodgers in 5 in the World Series, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back-to-back this year, and it's almost guaranteed at this point. Almost.
Almost.
I'm not gonna count the Blue Jays out, but I'm gonna count the Blue Jays out because it's my team.
You know, it was what? Last time that team went back-to-back was actually the Yankees. It was what? I think 1998, 99, and then 2000, I believe it was. They won 3 times in a row. They took the series.
They're not doing that this year.
Nope. They're not even making it back to even play. You know, there's something that feels really good about that.
I feel awesome about it. If I'm being
I've
honest.
enjoyed just watching the demise of the Yankees. I really wanted it to be Boston who was going to do it, but they tried and they failed.
Rightfully so. Thank you, and don't come again. Moving on, we are going to talk about the NBA. It's coming back next week.
At last, have you watched any of the
Finally.
preseason?
A little bit of it. I'm
It's
loving to see
been-
some of these rookies.
It's been okay. There's been
I'm
some
loving to
good
see
games.
some of these rookies. It's not. I'm not really looking forward to some of these trades that's happened, but needless to say, it's going to be an interesting season.
Do you think it'll be compared to last year? Do you think we're going to see a lot of the same outcomes, a lot of the same teams doing the same thing that they did, or are we going to see some different faces in the playoffs? Maybe.
I mean,
It's an early prediction, obviously. It's not really prediction per se. Just, do you think there's a higher chance we'll see a lot of the same teams, or will we see some fresh faces?
I mean, I say it all the time. As long as the team that's been dominant has the same puzzle pieces, there's no reason why they wouldn't be the exact same team. The Thunder, for example, they're going to be dominant still. There's going to be a problem. There's still going to be a problem because they were a problem last year. They were an entire problem for pretty much every defense that they went up against. So, no reason to think that won't happen again. When you talk about the Celtics,
I don't think they're going to do
Jason Tatum is still a little bit hurt, but he's still working, and he'll still be coming back during the season. So the Celtics don't have all of their pieces, but they have enough pieces to be good, to be competitive, to where you're gonna be talking about them this year. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
And then the Lakers and Luka Doncic. That's actually one that I'm looking. I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm not going to talk about LeBron. I don't really count him as a factor as a Laker. I'm going to talk about Luka. And I think Luka will undoubtedly be a problem this year. He's leaner, he's meaner, and he's definitely he's ready to score. If you watched him during this preseason, he's actually been great.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think he's been showing out enough that it's reasonable to say he'll have a good year. And I do think that with him having a full season with them this year, I think we'll see him take over even more. I think that's one of the big things. He came in and he stepped up quick, right? But he didn't. The trade was just a huge thing, and it kind of happened in such a way that obviously it kind of shook the league, and I know that it had to be
stupid.
Yeah, it had to be something for him too to
That's
have to
it.
go through that, and then he came in on a team that is led by LeBron. I mean, it's just how it is. It's a LeBron-led team, but I think with him coming in and doing what he did last year, he's got a little more, I think, to prove this year and come in and take over. And I think we're going to see him become one of the main leaders on that team, if not the main guy, because ultimately, I just don't believe that LeBron's going to be able to maintain a full healthy season. I don't think it's going to happen.
We are going to barely see LeBron this year.
Honestly, I think you're probably right.
He's going to be in and out, show his face, kiss some babies, sign some autographs, and then he's going to walk out of the arena.
I think the one thing that he'll do is he'll be in whenever the games are in a we need LeBron situation. Mm-hmm. Because LeBron is
and they're
going
to create those, by the way. It's not going to be an actual need for him. They're going to create those. It's his final season, and he's had a legendary career. He deserves all the pomp and circumstance, but I'm not.
You think this is his final season?
It better be. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing him.
I think that man's trying to wait until he has grandkids playing in the NBA before he retires. He'll be like 80 years old out there trying to hoop.
I don't want to see it anymore. So let's
They need to put age caps on it, I'm just saying.
There's going to be situations where he can go on the Walk of Fame and have all of his fun and all of his glory. Let's make this the last one, though. All right? Like, we're good. You got your son in there. We got Bronny James.
I think the biggest thing for that is going to be, is he going to be able to go out with another championship? I think I feel like
no.
He can retire at any point in time and have a legacy, but I feel like he will not be satisfied if he goes out on a bad year.
He might as well go ahead and chalk that up as a loss. He's not getting the ship.
I don't think so either.
He's not getting the ship. He doesn't deserve it.
But then that kind of is the same thing, though. But what about the team? Does the team deserve it if they get there?
No. The Lakers won't be able to get there. Look, I know I'm talking about Luka and how I think he'll be a game changer and all. The Lakers still aren't going to go very far into the playoffs if they make it. There's still too many teams that are way more put together than the Lakers. There's a problem over there in the Lakers' wheelhouse that they need to fix before I even consider them as being championship material again. LeBron might as well. He'll be playing till he's 50 waiting on that. Let's go ahead and chalk it on up.
Come out there about 2 or 3 minutes a week.
For no reason at all, just to show his face.
So that way he's on the court?
Hey. He's like, no, we're not doing this. Let's go ahead and get out.
Okay. So no championship for Los Angeles this year.
No championship for Los Angeles this year. It's going to be a good season for them, but like I said, way too many teams that they would have to beat out.
So who are some other teams that you really think are key teams to watch then for this season?
The Thunder.
I mean, okay.
The Thunder's definitely going to repeat this year. Not repeat as in win. Repeat as in going back.
You think they're going to go back?
They have a very solid chance of going back this year. I want to watch for the Rockets.
The Rockets are going to be fun.
I want to watch for the Rockets. My boy KD.
Mm.
Ooh, he's a Rocket? with a bunch of young whippersnappers around him that can fit. Yeah, let's go
You know
ahead
who
and
I
get
also
the
want to
Rockets
watch
in there.
this year? The Timberwolves. They had themselves a good year last year.
Timberwolves did, and Anthony Edwards is due for something great.
Yep, and
He's
honestly,
due for something great.
I'm all for seeing them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, you know what? And honestly, if he gets back into the playoffs this year, I might just root for him. I never do, just because I know he wasn't ready. I think he's ready this year. I think this year, if he puts forth that type of dog that he does in the playoffs, he deserves it. We can go ahead and call him in there too.
I do have to poke the bear like I like to do on a regular. Indiana's taking it this year. Let's go.
They had no reason to be there in the first place last year. But we're not doing that.
It's my favorite part of the show.
Metro.
We are doing that.
I think he is literally, other than Indiana people, other than that, he's the only person that thought that they were going to win. Or that
No,
they
I'm
actually
not.
deserve
I
to be
am
there.
definitely not the
Who
only
else
person.
really thought that they were going to win? Please.
What do you mean?
I need to know. I asked everybody I knew.
How many was that? Like
And
five?
probably. I don't really talk to a lot of people.
I don't
But
either.
everybody that I talked to,
There was a lot of
had
people.
no faith.
You just
except
watching
for
that.
you.
You watch the game and you see a lot of people wearing Indiana stuff, man.
I
Come on now.
don't have time for
They
this.
got fan base.
And we don't have time for this.
We
sir.
do not.
This is the end of the show.
Indiana in 4.
We love talking to y'all, Metro. We hope to see y'all again on the next episode. Other than that, my name's Will. This has been. Peace.